And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and I'm back with another video today. This time we're going to do a little gameplay with one of the new cards, the new Amethyst De'Aaron Fox, continuing the trend of 2K, basically just putting in really awesome budget cards, Amethyst and Ruby specifically this year. So if you're new to the channel, man, subscribe. If you're not, drop a like on this video, comment down below, man. Comment down below what you think of Season 3 so far, because it's kind of interesting with my team. But we got Amethyst De'Aaron Fox. Honestly, dude, he's interesting. Like, looking at his card, he is 6'3", 175, so he's kind of a smaller point guard, in the vein of like John Morant and Donovan Mitchell. 81 three-point shots, not the best, but he does have Paul George release, so it's okay. The 80 driving dunk could be higher, but 88 ball handle, solid. 85 steal, actually really good. 97 speed with ball, 97 acceleration. That 84 vertical could be better, but he's got an 89 lateral quickness as well. Now, as far as his tendencies go, he's got a 60 crash tendency, which is pretty good. You'd like to see that pass intercept and on-ball steal go up, but it's not really like the end of the world. Sorry about that. 85 contest shots, really good for a guard, though. Hall of Fame quick first step. You got gold difficult shots, which is important for shooting kind of dribbling mid-ranges and stuff like that. Ankle breaker, interceptor, consistent finisher, contact finisher. He's pretty much got like every finishing badge, which is kind of important because obviously with that 97 speed, you're going to be attacking the basket quite a bit, especially if you're on current gen where rim running's god tier as it is. He has Giant Slayer, Pro Touch, Slithery finisher, bailout, downhill, needle threader. He's going to be a really good point guard and a really good person, like card to attack the basket. Dimer, clamps on silver, lightning reflexes, space creator, and floor general. Bronze, handles for days. Obviously, you do want to upgrade those if you plan on using De'Aaron Fox as your primary point guard and ball handler. It just kind of depends how you're going to use them and how you're going to use them on your team. That kind of makes the decision to upgrade badges. So, we're running them with Jaylen Brown, Kevin Durant, Blake Griffin, Rudy Gobert. So his hot zones are kind of interesting. They're not great, but he does have that Paul George release, which is a pretty easy to release to time, especially if you've been using like Paul George or Cam Reddish for a while. He has Paul George base with, I believe, John Wall upper. So it's actually a pretty good release. It just kind of looks weird because he's lefty, so it takes a little bit to get used to. But other than that, I actually like his release a lot. He's not the greatest shooter. So upgrading some of his shooting badges like flexible release, Deadeye, range extender is not completely necessary, but I'm sure it would help a little bit. Popping a 3-point shoe on him or having another player with floor general would be great. Using a coach like D'Antoni, you can get him up to around off those things. You can get +4 for D'Antoni, and then a 3 shoe. That's already at 88, and then you're up to basically 90. That's without a floor general. Even having a silver floor general puts him at a 93. Giving him the shooting badges, I mean, he's going to be a lights out 3-point shooter at that point, especially with this release. His mid-range game is impeccable. He does have this one corner spot over here, which is kind of interesting. Like, so if you're using someone else as the primary ball handler, running like a 5-out freelance like Hawks or possibly Bucks, he may actually streak over to the corners occasionally. And having that one hot zone on the left side is kind of clutch because people won't expect that. He's got nice dribble moves. They're really fast. Not the best, but they're decent. It's that 97 speed that's what honestly, that's what does it right there. I like his behind the back. His behind the back's nice. But other than that, pretty solid layup package. It's nothing crazy, but it's not flashy. And to be honest with you, most of the time, the ones that are the least flashy end up being the best, in my opinion, anyway. Let's check this. Yeah, his turnaround's decent too. He's got the same turnaround as Paul George, so if you're used to it, there we go, hit that. Yeah, with that gold difficult shots badge, he's gonna be able to hit those at a pretty decent clip too, especially if you're timing them correctly. And if you're on next gen, if you're using the stake, he'll be able to hit those like at a very high rate, which is kind of sick. I am not on next gen, obviously, so, but neither is like 95% of the player base, so I'm not really too worried about it. Either way, I think this card's going to be good whether you're on next gen or current gen. It doesn't really matter. If you need a speed demon point guard to rush rim and honestly just like operate your whole offense through, this is your guy right here. comes with a good jump shot too, so it could be worse. So we're against Shumpert, Connie Hawkins, and Shea. Alright, good job 2K algorithm. This is definitely a fair matchup for sure. I'm using Rex Chapman and LaFonso Ellis, who comment down below if you want a LaFonso Ellis gameplay, because my man is absolutely he's so good. He's so good. That was terrible on my part right there, but LaFonso Ellis is legitimately one of the best Ruby cards in this game. I know I say that. It seems like I say that every single week, but that's just because 2K has just been holding it down with excellent Ruby and Amethyst this year. I swear, to be completely honest with you, I think the Ruby and Amethyst are better than the fucking Diamonds we've been getting this year. Definitely this season, for sure. Maybe not. Season 2 and Season 3, I think the Rubies have been better. Like, between, like, Rex Chapman, LaFonso Ellis, like, De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell, like, all these guys we've been getting over Season 2 and Season 3 have been so good, especially compared to, like, the Diamonds, but this is what you need. That's 97 speed is huge. The 80 driving dunk, obviously, if he had a, like, 90 or 95 driving dunk, honestly, it would be a little unfair. So the 80 driving dunk seems kind of appropriate for De'Aaron Fox. Like, it's decent. All right, give me the fucking ball. There we go. All right, Shumpert, you can't hold it. He can hold it. He's got gold clamps and stuff, but I got Hall of Fame quick first step. All right, good play by Connie Hawkins. My man's playing off ball with the pink diamond against a Ruby squad. Oh, that's not wet, right? Okay. All right, Coal World. Made this shit in like 2014. All right, anyways. But yeah, so far De'Aaron Fox is feeling kind of nice, man. I got to get used to him, though. There we go, wet. I do got to get used to him. He's honestly ridiculously fast, and it's kind of hard to even operate with him sometimes just because he's too fast. Good steal. There we go, over to LaFonso. Good move. 100% smothered with the in. All right, LaFonso Ellis. You got it. You got this. I like LaFonso Ellis a lot, man. He's so good. I highly recommend going to pick this guy up. I wouldn't do it today, and the reason for that is just because he's like 4 or 5K right now. Hit that. Oh, good board by Rex Chapman. I probably should have like shot that, but it's all good. Drive to the basket. De'Aaron Fox fighting through again. Yeah, he's an absolutely excellent rim running point guard. As far as who's the best Amethyst point guard at this point, like, I'll talk about it at the end of the video, but right now I think there is a legitimate case to be made between Donovan Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox, and Steve Francis. Like, I think all three of them. Ricky Rubio honestly deserves to be up there too. Wet balls, let's go. I like De'Aaron Fox. Now, like, really at the end of the video after I play some Unlimited and stuff, because this is just TTO. Like, TTO is kind of hard to really gauge a card with, to be completely honest with you. At the end of the video, I'll talk about if he's worth, because De'Aaron Fox is going for about 20 or 30K. He might have come down a little bit. It's been about an hour and a half since I've checked. But at the time, he was going for about 20 or 30K. Just off this TTO game alone, it's kind of hard to tell if he's like worth that right now. But I will say, if you're in need of an elite style point guard with a lot of speed, De'Aaron Fox might be your guy. I like him a little bit more than Russell Westbrook, to be honest, yeah. I know I said earlier that you could get Russell Westbrook for around the same price, but now that I'm like playing around with De'Aaron Fox, like, honestly, he might be better. That was just terrible on my... Of course, every time I hype a card, I do something stupid with it almost immediately, but no big deal. I really do think I'm going to have to take him to a 5v5 game and really take him to the test here, but, like, he's so fast. Like, the AI cannot stay with him, like, at all. Like, Shumpert's not slow. Shumpert only is like an 85 speed, but he does have like excellent defensive badges. So the fact that the AI Shumpert can't even stay with De'Aaron Fox, and you're gonna have to on-ball him to stop him, that's a good indication right there. There we go. Hit that. Let's go. I'm not gonna lie, with that lack of shooting badges, that does hurt. If you can get him those shooting badges, he will be an elite point guard option. Legitimately, like, flexible release is kind of definitely necessary. Deadeye for sure. I have to look at what other badges I can upgrade with him. Yeah, because if I had flexible, that's money. Like, and Deadeye kind of negates the, I think what was I going to say, buff that occurs when a defender is closing out. That's going to be huge. I think that's big. Oh, LaFonso Ellis is so good, dude. He's so good. My all Ruby team, like, I cannot wait until Limited is another, like, Ruby and Under style thing that we're going to get. Just because, like, the Ruby squad that I have is so nice. And I'm so excited to use it. Bargiani, LaFonso Ellis, Rex Chapman. Who's my Ruby point guard? Honestly, any of them. I'm good with, like, a bunch of them. Ruby bench is stacked. Oh, let's go. Good job. Chapman hit that. Woo! Rex Chapman has... Well, I'm sorry, did I see that right? Does Rex Chapman have 6 rebounds right now? Alright. This is De'Aaron Fox gameplay. I only need one more score to win, so... Yeah, I mean, De'Aaron Fox, he crashes really hard for rebounds. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's got that 60 crash tendency. Throw that over to Rex Chapman. Oh, let's go. Big dunks to end it. 11 points, which isn't great. So we're in Unlimited. We're playing against Jamal Crawford, Eddie Jones, Zion, Kevin Garnett, Gobert. Ugh, this is about to be rough. Yeah, this guy's got a really good team. Interesting team off the bench. Really offensive heavy. Yeah, everyone can really shoot except for, well, even Garnett can shoot a little bit, so he pretty much has 10 shooters on his roster. Yeah, I'm running De'Aaron Fox. Okay, yeah, Eddie Jones and Jaylen Brown is a good matchup, so I'm not going to switch that, but thankfully he's running Jamal Crawford at point guard. Jamal Crawford is not a good defensive card and is nowhere near fast enough to keep up with De'Aaron Fox. So after 5 minutes of switching around defensive and offensive settings, we are now back in the game, and it is 2-2. Blake Griffin has already tried to hurt the opposing player, so that's fun. Either way, no worries. I'm going to end up coming out on top, I feel, this game. Unless he makes some defensive switch. Ooh, that was terrible. Damn. Should have took that. If he makes a defensive switch, we're going to have a harder time. But right now, like, Jamal Crawford is not going to be able to handle De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox with 97 speed, Hall of Fame quick first step. Like, there's no way. If he's not playing tight on-ball defense, there's absolutely no chance that his player stays in front of De'Aaron Fox. It's just not going to happen. There we go. Yup. Ooh. All right, that's an assist technically, right? I'll hit that. Splash down. 6 points for De'Aaron Fox already. He's got a really good shot. Like, the shot is easy to time. It's just a matter if he is lacking those shooting badges and hot zones. So if you can go ahead and upgrade those shooting badges, like, De'Aaron Fox will be a lot better at shooting from range, whether that be deep and mid-range or a three-pointer, which will make him just one of the best point guards in the game, in my opinion, at least offensively. Just because I don't think there's anyone faster than him right now. With the 97 speed, I just don't think there is. Maybe I'm wrong and there is a faster guy, but I really don't think there is. Yeah, just dunk it with Gobert. I really do like Gobert. I know a lot of people don't like this card, but, like, just for the way I have my team set up, like, I really enjoy him. I will be honest, though, I kind of regret selling Giannis. I mean, obviously I don't regret the MT, but I did really like running that Giannis Big Blake combo in the front court. That was really fun. I'll hit that Gobert. There we go. But Gobert's got a wet jump shot, man. He's good from 3, mid, etc. He's not as slow as you'd think, and he plays excellent interior defense. So he works perfectly next to Big Blake, who's more of a fast offensive threat. But De'Aaron Fox out here cutting up. There we go. Big Blake, hit it. Oh, it was moving. That's my own fault. It's fine. So we're up 12-8, though. I mean, we're doing all right. Big Blake, get in there. Why you got a foul, man? Jaylen Brown. To be honest with you, I don't know why I'm starting Jaylen Brown. He's usually on the bench. I kind of regret selling Walter Davis, too, just because he was really excellent defensively, but it's no big deal. Should have probably started McGrady, but it's fine. All right, bro. Quit trying to steal the inbound. It's fine. It's a weekday. You don't have to be that sweaty. De'Aaron Fox is nice, though, man. Unless you have a card with a solid bounty of, like, defensive badges, there's really no stopping De'Aaron Fox. And if you do, you're going to have to clog the lane up with your big man, and all of my big men can shoot, so that's kind of a problem. There we go. You know where the ball's going. Oh, that was terrible. That was supposed to be a pump fake. Look, if you have next gen, please let me know if they fix the pump fake action in next gen, because like I swear the minute I try to go up for a pump fake, they just want to shoot the ball, and it's super annoying because I end up mistiming jump shots that way. There we go. Yeah, man, he can finish too. So my bench unit came in here and just absolutely handled shit. Shout out Tracy McGrady, who came through and just dumped like 15 points, and we're now up 33-21. De'Aaron Fox has 12 points. He's shooting 75%. Granted, all of them, aside from 2 jumpers, have been layups. But other than that, doesn't matter. When you're this effective getting to the basket, like, all right, I should have just took that in, but I'll settle with the assist. That's no big deal. I'm going to try to facilitate and shoot a little bit more from the field, just to kind of get a better sense of what De'Aaron Fox can do. I just don't want to sit here and just like run towards the hoop and like hold X button, because I want to show like the card as well-rounded as possible. All right, see, Monte Ellis is playing better defense, but it's still not enough. But at the end of the day, man, if he wants to keep he's collapsing, but he's not collapsing hard enough. Like at some point, once you're playing people that get kind of fed up with getting basically their rim just ran at by De'Aaron Fox every 5 seconds, like they're going to start collapsing, leaving shooters open, because you can just do that every time, like legitimately. There's nothing you can really do about that. Yeah, De'Aaron, go play defense. All right, yeah, I'm not going to try there. No worries. But eventually they're going to start collapsing and you can find your shooters open, especially if you're running 5 out, which I know is like a very cheesy way to play. And I try not to do that. But basically I live by the mantra, if I start the game and you go straight to your settings, I will also go straight to my settings. So, like, not even be a dick just because I know I'm dealing with someone who's sweaty. Oh, Gobert, hit that. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I like Gobert. He plays excellent defense and he pretty much is wet from catch and shoot threes. So De'Aaron Fox is playing decent. He's got, 18 points and 3 assists, which is solid. I could definitely do better showing him off, but, I mean, what are you going to do? All right, give it up. You know where the ball is going. There we go, right to him, and Gobert gets fouled by Gobert. Well, you know what I'm saying? Assist or assist, I probably should have just took it up with De'Aaron Fox, but what I'm trying to show realistically is his speed and his attacking ability at the basket. Just those 2 things, if you're playing anyone who switches up their defense at all, it's going to lead to a lot more opportunities, especially for shooting, just because he's really, really hard to stop at attacking the basket. So the person you're playing against is more than likely, at some point at least, just going to get frustrated that all you're doing is running at the hoop and holding the X button because no one's fast enough to keep up with De'Aaron Fox, and they're going to start collapsing, allowing you to kick it out for easy, wide open threes. Like, it's almost inevitable. And I haven't run into a De'Aaron Fox all day. Surprisingly, I thought I'd run into at least 1 or 2, but I haven't. I've been running into a lot of these fucking Ja Morant cards, though, which are really annoying, and he's a little bit slower, but same generic idea. Oh, let's hit that. Come on. Trust me, I plan on upgrading De'Aaron Fox's shooting badges because I really do think he's an excellent point guard. And I've never really been a De'Aaron Fox fan in-game, but this year they really done him justice, in my opinion. And especially for the price he's going for, I just don't think you can get a more effective point guard just because he has decent defensive badges too. So he plays decent defense. So there's really not too many downsides to this card. The only real downside being his lack of shooting touch. But you can always just upgrade those badges if you really want to put that work into them. You know, flexible is not really that expensive anymore. At least from what I've seen lately. Maybe it's gone back up, but it is pack day. That was a terrible shot on my part. But if I'm paying more attention and I'm actually timing that correctly, like, that's an easy 2 points every time. Like, De'Aaron Fox may not hit every single 3 he shoots, but he's going to hit a good majority of mid-ranges. It's just that green window's a little bit small. Like, I shouldn't... Dude, you're really not going to play defense on me? I really was waiting for you to do that. So I get... Oh, there we go. I try not to be that guy a lot where I try to just jack inbound all the time because that's just rude. And honestly, it's just super cheesy, so I try not to do it. But sometimes you just got to. What was that, Big Blake? Why would you try to do the 360 layup? Just take the contact and dunk, dude. I know you could do that. Those are Big Blake's first 2 points of the game, man. That's way under average. But De'Aaron Fox, to be completely honest with you, once again, like I don't usually suggest buying cards for X amount of MT this early in the game, but I really do think he's one of the best point guards that you can buy for 15,000, 20,000. Him and Donovan Mitchell, honestly, I think are the only two that go for that price that I think are good enough. And you may have to spend some extra MT badging them up for shooting badges, but I think in the end it's probably worth it. I think the only... Yeah, just because he has like clamps and all the defensive badges, like I'm not going to go crazy and say he's better than Damian Lillard. Like I really do like Lillard just because of Lillard's animations and stuff like that. Oh man, come on. I'm not done talking. He's gone. But, well, good game, man, I suppose. Either way, De'Aaron Fox is an incredible card. If you're looking for a point guard around in between 10 and 20K, I don't think there really is any better options than De'Aaron Fox. Like, I really don't think there are at this stage in the game. Like, I'm sure we're going to get better ones, but he's really, really good. He's got really good defensive badges. Let's check his upgradable badges. He can upgrade his clamps. Yeah, you can give him catch and shoot, corner specialist. Let's see what else. Pickpocket, I highly recommend. That's a good one. He's got a good steal. Intimidator. Yep. Definitely. Let's see what else we got. Deadeye, flexible. Flexible and Deadeye are very imperative. Well, Deadeye not as much, but flexible 100%. You can give him range extender if you have it, and volume shooter for sure, and tireless shooter. Like all these shooting badges, if you want to give him more of an offensive boost, highly recommend doing that. He's an incredible card though. If you need a point guard for around 10, 20K, I mean, I can't say he's better than Donovan Mitchell, but they're about the same as far as how good they are. It's really a matter of preference. Do you need speed or do you need like more shooting and dunking power? It just kind of depends. But anyways, thanks for watching the video, man. It's been your boy Cheap Ludes. I hope this helped. Check the description for all my stuff. You want to support the channel on Patreon, listen to my podcast, follow me on Twitter. It's in the description. I'll be back with new content every single day. Sorry I've been a little sparse the last couple of days, but peace out.